All praises to the Almighty, sublime, most magical one, the creator of all things and the master of the day of judgment. Hallelujah. And to our most beautiful mother, Marihala, much love, honor, respect. And we adore you, Mother, and ask you for wisdom in this message. And to our big brother, Messiah, who's riding with the host, we pledge our allegiance to you, Kwam Yasharala, big brother. Shalom, everyone. If you're new to my station, I am the Hebrew Rose Jericho, coming at you with some judgment news. To all of my sisters and brothers out there of the Starseed United, allies and friends, I send you infinite love and light, and I receive yours. We are looking at a judgment big time right here at the Burning Man event of 2023. This is definitely a judgment. This is a judgment, y'all. These people are in a very dire situation. They are in the middle of the Nevada desert. They cannot leave and no one can get to them. You know, when it's events that happen like this, now this was a weather event because it rained for 12 hours straight. Starting in the evening all the way till the next day. And so they got flooded in this playa. It's like it's desert, but it used to be a riverbed, and so that's not sand under there. That's I forgot what they call it. Yeah, but anyway, it's very fine particles. That's why you don't see any vegetation out there. You know, usually in the desert you see some kind of cactus or chaparrals and, you know, those desert plants or tumbleweed. You don't see anything at Burning Man, okay? And these dust particles are toxic to them. It's very, very alkaline, and it causes a lot of rust too. And you know, so people are starting to get sick. We'll talk about that in a minute. What's happening here at Burning Man is definitely a judgment. This is a judgment, y'all. When it's events that happen like this and there's no one that can help, that is definitely a judgment. This is traffic. People trying to leave the Burning Man site and they are at a standstill. They cannot go out and nobody can come in to help them. Now, a lot of people this year, I might guess because of the heat dome, they said, hell no. And they start selling their tickets in July online. You know, they start trying to get rid of their tickets. Because they're like, I'm not going in the middle of the desert in this heat dome. Those were the wise ones. And then there were some that actually got signs that they were not supposed to go. The Burning Man Festival is mostly populated, or the participants are techies. Yeah, these are the middle class out there. And this is a place where they can go and have radical self-expression. They can go out there, basically anything goes. Now, my granddaughter was invited. You know, they lived in the Bay Area. It's a lot of people from San Francisco. You know, a lot of techies attend the Burning Man Festival here in the Nevada desert. And so what I gathered from what she told me, it's like it's a lot of shrooms out there, a lot of weed, you know, a lot of drugs out there. And these middle class people, They go out there and everything goes. It's like they leave their privileged life, actually. They leave their privileged life to go out to the desert so that whatever's within them self, they can express it openly. And it's a lot of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And that makes up for a stinky crowd since no showers are available. It's not water for showers, only kitchen and drinking. So let's talk about the economy of these people. I imagine the majority of them are middle class people. Yeah, those that are educated, because my granddaughter told me that a lot of them are techies coming out of San Francisco. And so they go to this place and they express themselves. Yeah, and it's a lot of artists out there as well. Yeah, everybody is like this. It's really weird. The weirder you are at this Burning Man festival, the better, okay? You can even walk around nude if you want to. And they have all kind of crazy bikes because that's how they get from place to place. Now, this is a huge place. It's 73,000 people. The last time I heard, it was 73,000 people that are stuck in this playa. Okay, now in the previously, now let me go back a little bit. This is a judgment. And so where there was plenty of food, water, alcohol, and drugs, right now they're telling them, conserve your water, conserve your food, and conserve your fuel, because we don't know when we'll be able to come back in here to help you get out, or when the weather will subside and you will be able to leave. So make sure you conserve these things. Now, I don't know why the military hasn't just did any helicopter drops, or it's something going on here. Now, those particles of sand are soaked with water. Maybe they can't land. I don't know what the situation is, why they can't get supplies to these people. But see, the whole thing is designed for them to give to each other. The only thing that you have to buy out there is ice and coffee. Everything else is free. Everybody shares. You see all of that? This economy is people with plenty. They go there, opening up bars, fully stocked bars where people could just go in for free. This guy here said that somebody had one of those bars and they actually go out and pull people in and insist that they drink. So it's an event where they can actually experience sharing. Yeah, sharing with their counterparts. This is all a part of this culture to get away and share. Yeah. So now what they're running into is they don't know when they're going to get out of there, because it was supposed to rain last night and today. And so this mud thing is going to get worse. There's some that walked away. I did see one of us there. It was Chris Rock. And they walked for 3 miles, and then one of his fans picked him and somebody that he was with up that had gotten out of there. So they walked away. But it's not a lot of people that can do that. And that might be very, very dangerous when these rains come. So we have firenadoes going on. What does that remind you of? Yeah, this is a judgment. And so now let's listen to someone there and her experience since they have been told to shelter in place. This is a mess.
Actually happening is that, yes, there are 70,000 people trapped here. We cannot fly out, we cannot drive out, we cannot bike out. Pretty terrifying, actually. A lot of people have run out of food and water, and some people are stealing things because that's what happens when things get weird. There's a little bit of this like Lord of the Flies vibe, if you remember that book.
So she looks like middle class, someone that has an education and a good job, thriving in society, that maybe never had a day where she didn't have food available or shelter. Maybe never wanted for any of the things that she really, really wanted, And, she went. She went to the desert of all places. If I was middle class and I made the money that these people made, that would be the last place that I would want to spend my time, is the desert. But see, there's a curiosity in the minds of those that never had to struggle or never got in a situation that could not be fixed. So this would be terrifying to them. Yeah, but it's not terrifying when you're looking at it every day, with the tents lined up down the street in the heat dome or in the cold of winter. It's like it's not. I'm not saying anyone specifically, but the middle class never had to deal with that. So when they look upon it, or they look upon poverty because they made it and it was so easy for them to make it, it's easy to ignore or be indifferent to it as long as the flow keep coming your way. Well, in this instance, the Most High put them in a much worse shape than homeless people. Now, the day that everybody was going to Burning Man, you had these people, they were chained to a trailer. You guys see all them people waiting to go to Running Man? They had that trailer across the road, and look how cruelly and violently, these are tribal police too. Look how they're handling them. I'm not sure. I know it was something to do with climate change, but I don't know what their whole story was. But they blocked the road, and he came in all bullying and cruel, snatching around women and kneeling on women. And look at him. Yeah. And I bet these people are laughing right now because they were trying to stop Running Man. Excuse me. That would be Burning Man. Look at it. Like somebody said, look at the irony of it. Yeah. The irony of it. If they would have listened to them, they wouldn't be in the predicament that they are in right now. I don't know. Maybe those tribal police, maybe they were like, let them go on into the desert. Yeah, they took everything away. Don't try to stop them from going to their judgment. I don't know. Anyway, this is a very scary situation. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about is some people out there, they're getting sick and they have Ebola symptoms. Yeah, they have Ebola symptoms and they don't know if it's coming from the dust or not. And of course, people are having to poop. You know what? Y'all seen the outhouse? The outhouse is flowing over, okay? And they're walking through all of that. And so it's not even any bushes or anything for people to go to, to try to hide out. Look how low you have to walk like 5 miles to get to a clean bathroom. This guy said, I walked 5 miles to get to the clean bathroom. Wow. And all that mud on their shoes, just like Chris Rock, he walked 5 miles too. To the nearest place where people still were and got that ride. But you have like that kind of clay, it's like they said it's the sand is like a cement when it dries. But it's very, very fine particles there. It's not like sandy. And so that is a big old mess, because once that get all over your shoes, that's like an additional 10 pounds, maybe 20, maybe 10 on each foot that you have to clump through. What misery they're in. Yeah, what misery. This is definitely a judgment. The Most High is not playing with these people. It's like their posterity have rolled on the blessings for such a long time. And the descendants say, we don't owe you anything. We weren't the ones that put you in slavery. Those people are dead, and so are your ancestors. And And we didn't have any part in it, so we don't owe you anything. And they're very indifferent to the wealth gap. They don't care as long as it's coming to them. Then what people do is then they try to blame the one and start accusing them of being such horrible people, lowlifes, lazy. And that's why they didn't get the blessing. They do that because a lot of times when a person needs help and someone does not want to help them, that's what they do. They start accusing that person so they'll feel excused from helping them. Yep, look at the traffic jam, them trying to get it. I am so happy I'm at home right now. I'm extra thankful. Yeah, I am extra thankful to be in a climate and an environment. I can go to my refrigerator, get me something to eat, you know. I have shelter. I can walk outside barefooted right now while these people are suffering. Yeah, they're gonna feel what it feels like to be poor, if not just for a couple of days. And that might raise their sensitivity, because I'm not saying all these people are bad. You know, I don't know these people. I'm not the master of the day of judgment. But the ones that were determined to go are stuck. So they need to do some shadow work, evidently. Or not. Yeah, that's not going to change what's coming to this earth. Whether people repent or not, whether they change their ways, it's not going to stop these judgments. Yeah. Like the rich young ruler, you know, they can go back home, you know, and not give anybody anything and just stay on their little narcissistic path, you know, of indifference. Or they might say, wow, when they see somebody in a tent on the street, their heart might soften towards people now. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you have a lot of different personalities here. Yeah, and you have some that just want to go there. They don't, you know, this is their chance where they don't care what anybody say. Whatever their fantasy is, they can live it out. You see them taping up that phone? Yeah, taping up the cameras, because whatever happens at Running Man stays at Running Man. Look at them. I keep saying Running Man, Burning Man, excuse me. Y'all know I'm getting old, okay? And a lot of LGBTQ people are there, and all their flamboyance and all kind of things are going on there. Yeah. So without showers, and now, you know, with all that mud, they are just full of mud and stinkiness. Yeah. So I hope you glean some wisdom from this, y'all. Yeah, this is a judgment. Now listen, if you have some plans to go on a trip, a family reunion, to go meet somebody, whatever that trip is for, and you get a sign that you should not go, please heed the warnings. Heed the warnings. You know, don't ignore them, because see, if you ignore them and you go anyway, it'll be like a lot of these people. Don't you know a lot of these people, out of 73,000 people, a lot of them got some kind of sign, or somebody said something to them, or they just was like, I don't know if I should go or not. And they went anyway, and they are in this judgment. They're in the judgment. So be wise out there, y'all. So I wanted to share this little bit of judgment news. Yeah, I don't know how they came out last night. They were supposed to get rain, another big rain that'll make them even more stuck. I don't know how they're going to get all those vehicles out. It's probably going to take them months, because they're way off the road. And once that dust dries, it's like concrete. So I don't know. They're in bad shape. So relax, enjoy your day. Yeah, eat something very good, hydrate, drink a lot of water, and juice, and enjoy your life, and be thankful to the Most High that you have everything that you need in this moment. Yeah, all praises to the Most High. Thank you, Mother, for this wisdom and this judgment news. Kwam Yasharala to our Messiah and the heavenly host is bringing on all these judgments. They are turning the world upside down. In this case, the very stable, those with plenty are experiencing some people's everyday lives. Yeah. These are somebody's children. Yeah, and somebody's parents, somebody's friends. Yeah, and they are all stuck out there and they cannot even get help from their family, you see. And believe me, as a parent, if my child was stuck in something like this, it would just really take its toll on me because they don't know what the outcome is going to be. They just don't know yet. Just a few days if the heat rises in this area, with all of that moisture on the ground, it's going to be suffocating. It's going to be suffocating, and they have to save their fuel. They have to save their fuel, so they can't just sit in their car and let it run, and in their mobile home and let it run with the engine. If they don't have solar power to keep cool, they're just in bad shape. They're in bad shape if the heat don't come. And then at night in the desert, oh my goodness. 5 years ago, I spent 6 months, and I stayed in Lancaster. Was it Lancaster or Palmdale? Either one of them. Both of those are desert lands. And at night, oh my goodness, it is a different kind of cold in the desert. Yeah, and that is wet out there. So, it's not so much fun anymore. Their supplies are dwindling and they're in a hopeless situation. Yeah, so this is definitely a judgment. I had to bring it in judgment news. I will be keeping an eye on the situation at Burning Man. Yeah, I can't say that I enjoyed this video because this is horrible. Like I said, it kept me up at night thinking about what would it be like to be stuck out there like that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And so this is not, but the Most High, he's dealing with it. This is their posterity. This is what everything, all the privileged ones, that can take a trip to a beautiful tropical place or just somewhere really beautiful. They wanted a fantasy. Yeah, but they got it on the real now, what the Most High is doing. And they do their magic out there too with their art. Yeah. But anyway, you guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope you gleaned some wisdom from this message. And that wisdom would be, if you get a sign not to go, do not go. Do not do it. Okay, you guys, I love all of you. Thank you for your support of this station. I know I was gone for 8 days. I didn't post a video, but believe me, I had made video after video after video, but I was not authorized to post them. Yeah, so maybe I'll post them later. Anyway, you guys, at the end of this video, I'm gonna add a magical land, because that's part of my magic. I'm a magician for the Most High, discovering all kind of magic over there in the motherland. Okay, you guys, so enjoy the rest of the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for your support of this station. Yes, all of your comments, and hitting that like button, and for your gifts of love. Thank you so very much, and may the Most High bless you 100-fold for whatever your heart's desire. Abracadabra. Until the next magical show, your big sister, the Hebrew Rose of Jericho, out. Shalom.